All right, let's get this party started. Hang on. Let's get you there real easy. I had to doctor up the eyes, so I know it's a little much, but it was all grossed out. So I had to cover it. I know, travesty. All right, this is Psalm 71. Now, I might break this up in two because it might be too long, okay? I'll do two. I seem to get more views with these psalms. In you, Lord, I have taken refuge. Let me never be put to shame. In your righteousness, rescue me and deliver me. Turn your ear to me and save me. Be my rock of refuge to which I can always go. Give the command to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, my God, from the hand of the wicked, from the grasp of those who are evil and cruel. For you have been my hope, sovereign Lord, my confidence since my youth. From birth I have relied on you. You brought me forth from my mother's womb. I will ever praise you. I have become a sign to many. You are my strong refuge. My mouth is filled with your praise, declaring your splendor all day long. Do not cast me away when I am old. Do not forsake me when my strength is gone. For my enemies speak against me. Those who wait to kill me conspire together. They say, God's forsaken him. Pursue him in season, for no one's going to rescue him. Do not be far from me, my God. Come quickly, God, to help me. May my accusers perish in shame. May those who want to harm me be covered with scorn and disgrace. As for me, I will always have hope. I will praise you more and more. My mouth will tell of your righteous deeds, of your saving acts all day long. Though I know not how to relate them all, I will come and proclaim your mighty acts, sovereign Lord. I will proclaim your righteous deeds, yours alone. Since my youth, God, you have taught me, and to this day I declare your marvelous deeds. Even when I am old and gray, do not forsake me, my God, till I declare your power to the next generation, your mighty acts to all who are to come. Your righteousness, God, reaches to the heavens, you who have done great things. Who is like you, God? Though you have made me see troubles, many and bitter, you will restore my life again. From the depths of the earth, you will again bring me up. You will increase my honor and comfort me once more. I will praise you with the harp for your faithfulness, my God. I will sing praise to you with the lyre, Holy One of Israel. My lips will shout for joy when I sing praise to you, I whom you have delivered. My tongue will tell of your righteous acts all day long, for those who wanted to harm me have been put to shame and confusion. All right, that was 71. Next is 75. And I wrote on the side of 75, I said, arrogant, full of yourself, head knowledge, okay? So as I'm reading this, Psalm 75. We praise you. We praise you for your name is near. People tell of your wonderful deeds. You say, I choose the appointed time. It is I who judge with equity. When the earth and all its people quake, it is I who hold its pillars firm. To the arrogant I say, boast no more. And to the wicked, do not lift up your horns. Do not lift your horns against heaven. Do not speak so defiantly. No one from the east or the west or from the desert can exalt themselves. It is God who judges. He brings one down, he exalts another. In the hand of the Lord is a cup full of foaming wine mixed with spices. He pours it out, and all the wicked of the earth drink it down to its very dregs. As for me, I will declare this forever. I will sing praise to the God of Jacob, who says, I will cut off the horns of all the wicked, but the horns of the righteous will be lifted up. Amen and amen. All right, so 77. Next is 77 from time. Doing good. 77. Where you at, girl? There you are. I cried out to God for help. I cried out to God to hear me. When I was in distress, I sought the Lord. At night, I stretched out untiring hands. I would not be comforted. I remembered you, God, and I groaned. I meditated, and my spirit grew faint. You kept my eyes from closing. I was too troubled to speak. I thought about the former days, the years of long ago. I remembered my songs in the night. My heart meditated and my spirit asked, will the Lord reject forever? Will he never show his favor again? Has his unfailing love vanished forever? Has his promise failed for all time? Has God forgotten to be merciful? Has he in anger withheld his compassion? Then I thought, to this I will appeal. The years when the Most High stretched out his right hand. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. I will consider all your works and meditate on all your mighty deeds. Your ways, God, are holy. God is as great as our God. You are the God who performs miracles. You display your power among the peoples. With your mighty arm, you redeemed your people. The descendants of Jacob and Joseph. The waters saw you, God. The waters saw you and writhed. The very depths were convulsed. The clouds poured down water. The heavens resounded the thunder. Your arrows flashed back and forth. Your thunder was heard in the whirlwind. Your lightning lit up the world. The earth trembled and quaked. Your path led through the sea. Your way through the mighty waters. Though your footprints were not seen, you led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. So that was 77, and the next one is 78. Let's see, 78. My people, hear my teaching. Listen to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth with a parable. I will utter hidden things, things from of old. Things we have heard and known, things our ancestors have told us. We will not hide them from their descendants. We will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, his power and the wonders he has done, like touching me yesterday. Because I had that deep sin from 2 abortions in my life. He had to take it out. I didn't know it was causing a rot that was going to keep me from my salvation, obviously. Obviously. We will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, his power and the wonders he's done. He decreed statutes for Jacob and established the law in Israel, which he commanded our ancestors to teach their children, so the next generation would know them, even the children yet to be born, and they in turn would tell their children. Then they would put their trust in God and would not forget his deeds, but would keep his commands. They would not be like their ancestors, a stubborn and rebellious generation, whose hearts were not loyal to God, whose spirits were not faithful to him. The men of Ephraim, though armed with bows, turned back on the day of battle. They did not keep God's covenant and refused to live by his law. They forgot what he had done, the wonders he had shown them. Yeah, he was with them. They didn't need receipts. He was there. He was there. But I think it was just the chains of being slaves for like, what was it, 500 years? It was a lot. So yeah, but definitely, just like our slaves here, and like God told me, the black women have chains on them. That's why they're so angry, because they had to deal with the most during that whole season. They got the brunt of it. Believe it or not, they got the brunt of it. I know, the guys, the way they tell it, the girls, yeah. They did not keep God's covenant and refused to live by his law. And he told me, if that's you, honey, speak Psalms, it'll break the chain. He demonstrated that they can be broken, and I broke it after speaking Psalms for an hour for 2 weeks. And I broke a chain. I heard it. You might not hear, but I did. I heard mine. They forgot what he had done, the wonders he had shown them. He did miracles in the sight of their ancestors. In the land of Egypt, in the region of Zon, he divided the sea and led them through. He made the water stand up like a wall. He guided them with the cloud by day and with light from the fire all night. He split the rocks in the wilderness and gave them water as abundant as the seas. He brought streams out of a rocky crag and made water flow down like rivers. But they continued to sin against him, rebelling in the wilderness against the Most High. They willfully put God to the test by demanding the food they craved. They spoke against God. They said, can God really spread a table in the wilderness? True, he struck the rock, water gushed out, blah, 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 streams flowed abundantly. But can he also give us bread? See these guys, man, so ungrateful. Because they were used to being slaves, given everything. but they didn't have a life. Their life was not theirs. Can he supply meat for his people? When the Lord heard them, he was furious. His fire broke out against Jacob, and his wrath rose against Israel, for they did not believe in God or trust in his deliverance. You better. You better. That's us. For they did not believe in God. That's our bus. That's our little short bus riders, okay? For they did not believe in God or trust in his deliverance. Start pulling back in your heart. You can do this. Start pulling back from this world, okay? Don't just pull back, because this ain't it. We got something so much better. I know it's hard to believe. Trust me. I'm not here to make you look foolish, okay? You will be foolish if you end up in hell, and you didn't heed anything I said. Yeah. Short bus. Yet he gave a command to the skies above and opened the doors of the heavens. He rained down manna for the people to eat. He gave them the grain of heaven. Human beings ate the bread of angels. He sent them all the food they could eat. He let loose the east wind from the heavens, and by his power made the south wind blow. He rained meat down on them like dust, birds like sand on the seashore. He made them come down inside their camp, all around their tents. They ate till they were gorged. He had given them what they craved, but before they turned from what they craved, even while their food was still in their mouths, God's anger rose against them. He thought about it. He started stewing. You know how it is. He put to death the sturdiest among them. You piss him off, you're going to get killed, okay? You mock God, you mock somebody that God is using, you're playing with fire, okay? You're playing with fire. God's anger rose against them. He put to death the sturdiest among them, cutting down the young men of Israel. Because he's not going to mess with, you know, he's not going to let it go. You want to know why? Because we're at the end. This is not a drill. And he doesn't want those that he's raising up to be discouraged and say, oh, I better not. I better not. You know, they don't like me. I better not say it. You know? No. Just keep that in mind. Don't make them angry. God's anger rose against them. He put to death the sturdiest among them, cutting down the young men of Israel. In spite of all of this, they kept on sinning. In spite of his wonders, they did not believe. So he ended their days in futility and their years in terror. Whenever God slew them, they would seek him. I'm checking the time. That's good. They eagerly turned to him again. They remembered that God was their rock, that God Most High was their Redeemer. But then they would flatter him with their mouths, lying to him with their tongues. Their hearts were not loyal to him. They were not faithful to his covenant. Yet he was merciful. He forgave their iniquities and did not destroy them. Time after time after time, he restrained his anger and did not stir up his full wrath. He remembered that they're flesh. They're just flesh, a passing breeze that does not return. How often they rebelled against him in the wilderness and grieved him in the way. I know, God. Even when they saw him, moaning, griping, murmuring, you know, all the things. I want to use cuss words, but I'm trying not to. How often they rebelled against him in the wilderness and grieved him in the wasteland. Again and again they put God to the test. They vexed the Holy One of Israel. They did not remember his power, the day he redeemed them from the oppressor. The day he displayed his sign in Egypt and his wonders in the region of, oh my God, he parted the sea. Wall of water. The ground was dry when they walked. They weren't walking through mud. I don't know. I guess when he blew it, the God blew it, it blew dry the sand, the dirt, so when they walked, they weren't sinking in mud. Yeah, the water. Oh my God. Yeah. They saw that. I always shook my head. Every time I was reading this, I go, God, I would have taken them out right then and there. Thank God I'm not a cop, and thank God I'm not God. A lot of people be dead or in jail. How often they rebelled against him in the wilderness and grieved him in the wasteland. Again and again they put God to the test. They vexed the Holy One of Israel. They did not remember his power, the day he redeemed them from the oppressor, the day he displayed his signs in Egypt, his wonders in the region of Zone. He turned their river into blood. They could not drink from their streams. He sent swarms of flies that devoured them, and frogs that devastated them. He gave their crops to the grasshopper, their produce to the locust. He destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamore figs with sleet. He gave over their cattle to the hail, their livestock to bolts of lightning. He unleashed against them his hot anger, his wrath, indignation, and hostility. A band of destroying angels. See, that's what's going to happen. A band of destroying angels. He's going to do scorch earth, and then he's going to send out all these destroying angels to kill everybody that's hiding. Yeah. I'm sure they'll go up into the mountains and... Yeah. He prepared a path for his anger. He did not spare them from death, but gave them over to the plague. Well, there you go. Whatever works. He struck down all the firstborn of Egypt, the first fruits of manhood and the tenths of Ham. But he brought his people out like a flock. He led them like sheep through the wilderness, which should have taken 11 days, but because they were acting up all the time, grieving God all the time, he just, okay, let's go, keep going. All right, he guided them safely, so they were unafraid. But the sea engulfed their enemies. Yeah, that's the parting in the sea part. And so he brought them to the border of his holy land, to the hill country his right hand had taken. He drove out nations before them and allotted their lands to them as an inheritance. He settled the tribes of Israel in their homes, but they put God to the test and rebelled against the Most High. They did not keep his statutes. They didn't keep his decrees or nothing. These people are gluttons. I mean, he was there. Us over here, we just go by faith. No receipts at all. Like their ancestors, they were disloyal and faithless, as unreliable as a faulty bow. They angered him with their high places. They were going to worship idols and stuff. They aroused his jealousy with their idols. When God heard them, he was furious. He rejected Israel completely. He abandoned the tabernacle of Shiloh, the tent he had set up among them. That was where he kept the Ark of the Covenant. So you got near it, man. You got zapped. You got killed. It's like you got near that thing, you would break out in cancer. Seriously, it's that bad. Break out in tumors, all that thing. You had to be real careful with that thing. That's why I think they use those poles to lift it. I'm serious. Yeah. So they took it away. There in the Vatican somewhere, there's this nun, hundreds of years old, still looks young. A part of me thought, you know what? Because, the Catholics, they're all into everything, I bet they have that thing, and it's under that nun's thing. It's just, I'm serious. Because it's a glass case, and she hadn't aged a bit. It just told me. I was thinking, maybe it's under her, They got to hide it somewhere. Like their ancestors, they were disloyal and faithless, as unreliable as a faulty bow. They'd angered him with their high places. They aroused his jealousy with their idols. When God heard them, he was furious. He rejected Israel completely. He abandoned the tabernacle of Shiloh, the tent he had set up among the humans. He sent the ark of his might. Now, the ark of the might is what's in it. That's what throws off all that power that can kill you. Into captivity, his splendor into the hands of the enemy. He gave his people over to the sword. Let me get a drink. He gave his people over to the sword. Excuse me. He was furious with his inheritance. What is it now? Fire consumed their young men, and their young women had no wedding songs. Their priests were put to the sword, and their widows could not weep. Then the Lord awoke as from sleep, as a warrior wakes from the stupor of wine. He beat back all his enemies. He put them to everlasting shame. Then he rejected the tents of Joseph. He did not choose the tribe of Ephraim, but he chose the tribe of Judah. Mount Zion, which he loved. He built his sanctuary like the heights, like the earth that established forever. He chose David, his servant, and took him from the sheep pens. I'm wondering if I'm being taken from sheep pens. Tending the sheep, he brought him to be the shepherd of his people, Jacob, of Israel, his inheritance. And David shepherded them with integrity of heart. With skillful hands, he led them. Amen and amen. What did I write after that? Oh, I already told you that. About don't be a Thomas. I said that earlier. All right. Let me read this, okay? Revelation 3:10. Now remember, stay loyal to the very end. He keeps saying that. Revelation 3:10. Since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world. On the whole world. To test the inhabitants of the earth. Stay prayed up. Ask for forgiveness of any of your really bad sins. All of them, really. Just confess to him in the privacy of your bedroom where nobody can hear, okay? And just ask for forgiveness. He will forgive you. All you have to do is ask, okay? We need to make sure you're going to make it to heaven, okay? Obviously, I thought I was making it to heaven, but no, I wasn't. But he fixed that on that video where I was wearing a pink shirt. FYI. All right, I love you guys. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. I speak peace over you out there in Facebook land. All right, we got this, okay? All right, bye.